Hey Soul Family, welcome to Soulspire. I am so happy that you're here with me today, and I hope that you're feeling great. I hope that you're feeling happy, and I hope that you're feeling encouraged. And if you were called here, then there is definitely a message here for you. So let's begin. Okay, so it looks like something has sparked your attention or has you looking at things differently. This is something that has been on your mind for a moment, and it's kind of got you feeling very empowered, feeling that although your circumstances are kind of shaky, this is giving you a sense of security. Like maybe you're realizing your strengths or your worth, and you're feeling empowered. And this is kind of, different from how you have previously looked at things. You've kind of been a victim, felt victimized within your life, but it's like a reckoning has occurred, which has brought changes within your mindset. You've seen things differently. You have a clear vision of how you want things to unfold in your life. And I'm not saying this in the aspect of things have to go out, work out a certain kind of way and have to be like this. It's just that you have this awareness internally that everything is going to be all right, and that you don't have to worry. I think you've been spending a lot of time in the past worrying, and I really feel like you're finally learning to be more grounded and secure in who you are and your capabilities and where your future is going to lead you. You've had to cut a lot of things out of your life, so you are in a place of solitude. And you may have people around you, but I would say, mostly you're relying on yourself, your own reserve, your own cognitive abilities. And you feel really empowered, even if your situation isn't going in the way that you desire. It's like you've crossed a bridge. You've crossed to a transitioning of being a better version of yourself. So you definitely have the key. You definitely have the power. And you definitely have the ability to be successful. And you probably already are, but you know that there's more. You know that there's more headed for you within your life. Things have been a little tricky for you, a little difficult in regards to you, maintaining and being emotionally stable. I think this has been a chapter for you within your life, trying to be balanced and, not allow yourself or your emotions to go towards things that just don't benefit you. I think you're really changing, the way that you see things, which is ultimately changing your direction. As I said before, I think you've had to put a lot of things behind you, let a lot of people go, and just head in a new direction. And you're in search of something more within your life. And I think other people have not been so in-depthly looking at their life. I think you're one to notice things before others. And so you've kind of been in the forefront of making, some drastic changes that everyone else, isn't willing to foresee or go through with. So they've kind of been left in the shadows of your life, which is kind of, probably put you in this place of solitude. But you're definitely learning to acknowledge your emotions, but rely more on your inner knowing. So you're using your insight, your intuition as a form of guidance while you maintain your emotional balance. And, everyone that is in your life, doesn't see things the same way. So you have had to, kind of step away from relationships and, people that you care about, because you know that there's something bigger for you within your life, and you're here to fulfill that destiny within this incarnation. You're really being more intuitive, and you're really being more emotionally stable within this time frame in your life. And you're really being more balanced and empowered. This is really a big transmission that you have received. And as a result of it, your life is changing. It's like you accepted the terms, you accepted the circumstances of your life. You've accepted what life has given you. And like I said, you're no longer the victim. Everything that has occurred, you are using as, case studies. This allows you to see the patterns within your life and be able to adapt and to move forward accordingly. Now, you are having to do a lot of work. You have had to do a lot of work on yourself, your lower self, allowing your higher self to play a bigger part in your decisions, and working through past traumas and things that have occurred within your life. I think this is a big part of this time frame that you are currently in. It's about working through those things that have held you down, that have really caused a lot of pain within your heart, within your soul, that really get you to the core. I think things have happened to you within your life that, maybe would break someone else, but you have not allowed these things to hold you back. You continue to fight. You continue to work through them. And people see this. People see this resolve that you have, this ability to continue to fight for what's yours and to not be a victim. I really get the feeling that you are just no longer playing the victim role. This is all about you embodying the warrior that you are and embracing your life experiences as being difficult, but it's okay because that's the life that you were given. And you're not gonna, give up. You're not gonna allow someone to hold you back or beat you down. So, I feel so happy for you that you feel empowered at this point, because so many people, never get there. And you have, or you are, because you're transitioning towards this of embracing your life. And like I was saying, people notice, people see this resiliency that you have, this ability to continue no matter what. And God's source energy sees this and is going to reward you for this, because you are transitioning towards a new chapter where things are brighter and you're not having to face so much pain in the aspects that you have in the past. So I think nothing can really stop you at this point. You're gonna keep going. You're gonna keep fighting. You're not letting up on your life. You're not giving up on your life and, whatever your dreams entail. If you do have a passed on loved one that is a masculine energy, they see you and they're very proud of you. So I want you to know that. And there is a big feeling of emotion. So I'm sure this is someone that meant a lot to you, and they're very proud of you. And you should be very proud of yourself also, because what you're doing is bigger than you probably even see. You're really working on yourself, not only on a physical realm, but within the spiritual realm. So this is all about you ascending on this planet spiritually, physically, mentally. And it is a lot of hard work. It does take a lot of effort and energy and growth to get to this level. But you are about to start seeing the rewards of what you have focused on, the things that you've been working on, and just the path that you've been led on. You're about to start seeing the fruits of your labor. And again, this is a gift from the Most High for all of the good that you have did, not only for yourself, but for others. I really feel like you're someone that is dedicated to the well-being of the world. And you just have really, really good energy about yourself. And this chapter that you're moving in, you're no longer playing the victim role. You are moving into a phase where you're going to have a lot of more choices about the path that you want to take. So if you were feeling down, if you were feeling discouraged, I hope that this is encouraging as far as your direction, because things are going to be very monumental for you this next chapter, and there's going to be a lot of different routes you can go. Opportunities are opening up for you. Now, everyone will not be, for your best favor every opportunity, but you will definitely use your discernment, and you will have the ability to see what's right, or what you should bypass. So no worries in regards to that. And you've just really worked on your inner core and being grounded and being the best version of yourself. This is really all about a transition from you being the victim to you being someone that has limitless options, because you put yourself first, because you chose to live the enlightened path, which isn't for everyone, but it is for you. So you should be proud of yourself and feel really good about all of the choices that you have made thus far and that you will continue to make. So let's see what other messages that we have. Love, be free from all that holds you back. And I think that's what you're embracing more, as I was just saying, loving yourself, putting yourself first. And anything that doesn't align with that trajectory, you're simply letting go of. You're being led by spirit. You're transforming. Your heart is so beautiful and open, even though all of the crap that you've been through. You're very in tuned, and your intuition is guiding you. You're changing, like I said, spiritually, mentally, physically. You're being authentic, and you're finally living in your truth. You're embracing the beauty of your life and the small things, I think you're like a unicorn, where you're, so different from others. And you're just someone that cares about nature, the well-being of others, society, yourself, and just a beautiful soul. So it's time for you to live in your truth and no longer be the victim that you have had to play that character. You're allowing yourself to be stronger, be more empowered. And this is taking you on a journey. You realize that your life is a sacred gift. And I think you are getting messages in your dreams, through your subconscious or unconscious thoughts. And I think there's just a feeling of you embracing your life and being at peace. It is a choice. You don't find peace, you choose it. And that's exactly what you've done. And there's probably some animals around you that support you. I think you do have a connection with animals, and they're here to support you, to show you things. So look out for those messages from nature. They're definitely showing you things. And you have protection. So, like I was saying, you have a passed down loved one that is watching you, supporting you. The Most High is supporting you. Your ancestors, this connection to animals, like you're like their baby. Maybe this is a father, or someone that really nurtured you, took care of you, comforted you, someone that has really supported you, that is no longer here, is protecting you. And there's no need for you to worry, because everything is working out. And along with you making the changes to being stronger, to realizing your worth, you also have this divine protection. So keep going, and I wish you the best. I wish you so much love and light, and you take care.